Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Vintage Story with Fish. Well, you're wondering why I look different. Where's my armor? Where's my backpack? Why am I sitting in a dirt hole with the sky above me and a hay bed? Well, I had an unfortunate accident and lost my forever world of 1,000 hours. I literally just crossed 1,000 hours this weekend and had a power outage, whole chain of events. My PC's okay, but lost my world. Anyways, so I'm starting anew. As you can see, I have nothing but the clothes on my back and some of the baskets I made. If you look here in my inventory, if you remember, I was able to scroll all the way down. I had many houses, I had windmills, I had farm animals that were generation 10 and 11 and above and beyond. And I had translocators that led all over the world. But you know what? This is okay. So I'll show you a little bit of what it's like to start out in the world. As you can see, I have down in my toolbar here. Let me get out of this view. If you look down, I've got in the right hand corner 4 baskets. So that's the storage that I got. I cut up some reeds and made baskets so I could have some storage. Oh no, oh okay. I thought my torch went out. This is the other thing. I'm used to having light because I had many lanterns. Oh, this is going to be so hard. You can see I've stacked stuff on the ground because you don't have storage. Food has become a big issue. I don't have the whole basements and stores of years of grain and so on. So, anyways, I'm going to sleep real quick. Got to be careful too because there are so many wolves and so many bears in this area, and without the armor and proper weapons, it's just really harsh. This is going to be a tough go. One good thing though is that I already found 84 pieces of copper in the ground, and I already found somewhere that has a bunch of clay, so I could start making copper stuff. On was it my third day now? So why don't we eat up and we'll take off my makeshift door. I had to make this shelter because at night, now I only have a couple more days before I didn't turn off the spawn, so I'm gonna have the creatures start coming out at night, and I need to get some weapons. I've already got 2 spears, but I really want to get the copper soon. So one thing I've already noticed is that when I used to run through the forest, I didn't even look at anything. I wasn't worried about gathering anything because I had so much abundance of stuff, and it took you away from the mechanics of the game and some of the survival aspects. Being afraid of the animals, I really wasn't afraid of any animals. I wasn't afraid to go into the caves for the most part with the armor and the great weapons. So this is going to be my life probably for a little while. Oops, I didn't mean to take up the root, but you know what? I'll take that because I can eat it. Um, so right now I'm cutting some cattails because what I'd like to do is make a basket. I do have the carry-on mod, so with that you can carry baskets and things on your back. So I'm gonna make a basket. I think how did you make a basket? I have to remember all these recipes. Uh-oh. All right, let's go to the help. How do you? I haven't made one of these in so long. Reed basket. That's what I want. I want a reed basket. It's 3 of each all the way around. So, do I have enough? There's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 24. So I need 10 more of them. And I can make. Oh, I left one behind. Good. So yeah, it's weird. You got the flint tools. They cut so slow. Already my knife is about to break. I had steel that lasted for, eons. Um, Rarely did I have to worry about making it, but You might hear me complain these next few episodes just because I was so used to having everything, and not to have it and go back to square one is kind of really hard to do. But me knowing the game, I'm already further ahead than I was. Okay, I'm going to pick this up. Put it on my back. Alright, so I got a little more storage now. Why don't I eat these cat roots? We'll cook up some cat root breakfast. How did I get in here? It's the other thing, like things like sticks and stuff, you know. Even though you need them late game, you have a million of them. Alright, let's cook up. Cat root doesn't really do anything for your nutrition, but it does fill your stomach so you don't have a problem. Oh my goodness, I missed my lantern already. So these are the kind of things that I'll be doing for a while. I'll start today on gathering more food. Where are the cattails? What the heck did I do in my cattails? Oh, they're already in there. So I'll start gathering up a little more food, and then what I'm going to do is just make a home. I'm going to scout the area, make some home out of... did they cook already? No. Oops. So my goal is get food, make a lot of dirt in the ram dirt so I can build a decent shelter, put a door on it. I've already got a bed. I did find this silver cleaver in the ruins. I'm going to keep it. I have no use for it now because I don't have any animals and they need to be past generation 1 to use the cleaver to kill them. The cleaver allows you to kill your animals in one swoop, so you don't have to sit there and keep on stabbing them with your weapons and go through this whole painful thing of, you know, stabbing an animal over and over. So that is good to have. Yeah, this storage space is going to hurt. I'm going to put this charcoal down too because I'm going to need this for when I do my forge. Alright, so I've got that. Alright, we've got our rhizomes, what do they call them? Rhizomes. Okay, we'll eat our rhizomes. And we are going to go exploring. Now I've got 2 spears, but they don't do much damage. I mean, I'm able to kill some chickens and rabbits and small game right now, but for now... Yeah. And the other thing I'm going to have to constantly be doing again now is, remember, looking for sticks. All the basic stuff. When you see flint, you got to grab it. But I did land and spawn in an area where there's a lot of this periodolite rock. And it looks like flint, so it's making it hard for me to determine which is flint and which is just rocks, because I'm going to need a lot of flint. You go through a lot of flint and tools. Good news is that once I get over to copper, let's see, I went south, I haven't gone east yet, have I? Let's go east. Let's check the map, confirm that. Actually, yeah, I went north and south pretty good, so why don't we go east and see what's this way. So it's going to be my life now, looking around on the floor for rocks and sticks and things as we go through here. I almost got killed by a pig, which was almost embarrassing. Wow, more copper. Look at that. Nice. Let's mark it on the map, so when I have a pickaxe, I'll be able to come back and mine what's underneath there, because underneath these little pieces of copper are actual, like a whole vein of copper. So right now you might not see a lot of videos unless you... There's a wolf. Holy smokes. Let's get away from it. There's a bear over there. I don't know if you saw it standing up. Grab some berries before you move on. Let's see if we can get away from it, and I'll zoom in. Where was he? He's over there, see? He's a big brown bear, too. He's the mean ones. There he is. Let's get away from him. See if I can zoom in for you. Oh, there's a wolf, too. Oh, man, it's double trouble. Let's get the heck out of here. Let's get the heck out of Dodge. Berries. Berries are your best friend when you first start the game. You grab them every chance you get. I did pull up a bunch of berry bushes and was going to put them by my base, but I don't know if that's going to actually be my base. What is that up there? Is that a raccoon? Yeah, it's a raccoon. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is where I found the clay. Nice. You know what I'll do? I've got quite a few berries, and I'll kill a chicken or something on the way. I'm going to make a shovel, and we're going to dig up a lot of clay. So I'm napping. This is why you need flint, because you can nap it into tools. Whoa. Holy smokes, that was fast. All right, so let's craft our shovel, and we're going to dig up a bunch of clay, guys and girls. There's our shovel. I'll put that down to free up some space so I can get some clay. I can start making some pots, start cooking. That's probably the first thing I'll do before I start doing the. So clay is important early game. Here's some things that are important. You need to get sticks. You need them for all kinds of things. Making your tools, making ladders, making your doors and your fences and your things to protect yourself. You need, obviously, food. You want to make some kind of weapons to protect yourself. But clay is important because now once you have clay, you can start making a clay pot. And with that, you can cook food. And your food, when it's cooked, it gives you more nutrition and it lasts longer. So once you start establishing the food game and you're good on that, your shelter, too, you want to be working on at the same time. Right now, most people take the dirt. They make something called ram dirt, and you just stack it up and just make a mud shed or mud hut. You know what? I thought I had this marked on the map, but I better mark this too. Red clay. And we'll mark it red for red clay. Clay, when you find a good deposit, you know, it could get you into mid-game. Most of these deposits, you'll get enough clay to be able to make what you need. So then clay becomes important after this, after you make your food and all that stuff, because then you can start making storage, make a vessel, and that will hold your food for a lot longer. Then after that, you can make a mold where you can pour the copper that you made from the crucibles, which are also made from clay. You put your metal in there, you smelt it, you melt it, and you pour it into the molds, and then you can start doing things that are in molds like a pickaxe. With that, you go mine more copper, and then you get more clay to make a big clay mold, which takes tons of clay to make a anvil. You know what? I've got a lot already, so I'm not. Well, yeah, I got enough already for what I need. Let's see how much, because I don't have all that crazy storage. Oh, wow, I got stacks of it. When did I put my basket down? We'll put the clay in there. Other things that we're not going to use right now. I got to free up a hand to do that. Oh my gosh, not having this storage is killing me. That's one of the things about the game that's a challenge early game is where do you put all the stuff here, because you can't carry it on you, and you don't have a home base with thousands of trunks that you made, and you can't even make those until you start crafting copper tools like a saw blade and so on. So that is going to be interesting. I think I'm going to put the grass in here, and why don't we put the berry bushes, and we'll keep copper in case I pick up more. All right. That is on my back. Let's explore more. So this is interesting too, because if you look at the map, this is all I see of the whole world, just this little spot. If you remember, my map was completely filled out with spots for all over from the translocator. So we're gonna see a lot of early game stuff here. I guess it's okay. Like I said, I've been through this now, so I'm already further than I was probably playing this game 2 weeks um, in one night basically. So I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna explore, but I'll bring you along my journey as I rebuild my world. There you go. There's my thing on my back. As I rebuild my world and explore this new world, I'm liking it. I was gonna try to spawn a few worlds and then see what they were doing, but I think this works out really well. All right, well, and also this is a test of OBS, so I don't know if all the sounds are working good. I might have to work on those. OBS is the software that we use to capture this video. All right, thank you for watching Vintage Story with Fish. Please come back.